Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the PIXELbros Show. We've got me, Steve, your host. We've got Lou. We've got Liam. And we've got the man himself, Davey Swagger.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Hi guys.
Bless little Swags down there in the corner. So,
it's not mucky beer.
Not mucky beer, it's black currant juice.
Black currant juice.
Looks like mucky beer.
Black currant juice. So G. So G.
On the ass.
How's everyone doing this week then? We all had a good week?
Pretty fresh,
Yeah.
yes, all good.
Good week, good. We should probably point out at the start of the show that me and Liam made an appearance on the BBC Radio Humberside this week, didn't we, mate?
We did, yeah. It was pretty weird.
Talking
Pretty
about
cool.
Grand Theft Auto, you see we started this little video podcast and now we're on the radio. Mental.
Minor celebrities.
Crazy. Minor celebrities, yeah.
People are asking for
So
our
if you want any
autographs
autographs,
left, right and centre.
Yeah.
Industry
Send
veterans, I think
Stamp
they
address
referred to us.
envelope.
Yeah, it was the best. It was the best thing. I was
fucking clue what they're on about.
I was literally that entire morning. I didn't go to bed. I was just playing GTA and I had the radio on, prepared. And about an hour before they came on, the presenters were talking about GTA being the biggest launch and people were queuing up outside. And then all of a sudden they said we're going to speak to the experts. I was like, well, you're giving them maybe a little bit too much credit.
We are the experts, mate.
Expert.
So we'll start with what's everyone been playing. So Luke, what have you been playing this week?
This week, Stephen, I have been playing Populous. Actually, put a video up if you want to check it out.
Yeah, there's a video up on the channel if you want to have a look at that.
It's probably over there.
Yeah, somewhere. It's
There.
loads of blue mail.
Anywhere.
Is that what you're into? It's quite good. But
It's
yeah,
good video,
I
yeah.
explored the very first Populous this week, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm gonna actually play it properly because I've never actually played it before. So that's it. I've had a bit of Minecraft on the go, a bit of a hardcore. I'm trying to survive with one life, see what happened. But other than that, nothing. I've not had GTA, unfortunately. But it's payday next week, so I might get it.
Hey.
So that's me. Moving on to the next person.
Nice one. Did you know that the guy who created Populous is working on a new game called Goddess? That is very much like Populous. Yeah.
Nice.
I think there's a Kickstarter or something out at the minute, or early access to get so you can play it. So it sounds quite cool actually. I thought you would want to check that out probably.
What's it called?
Goddess, I think it is.
Goddess. I'm not going to get any crazy pictures up, am I?
Well, you might do. You might do. So Liam, what have you been
Fingers
playing
crossed.
this week?
Me?
Yeah, you mate.
My daft question that one.
What daft question? I have mostly been playing Grand Theft Auto 5.
And?
I thoroughly enjoy it. It's pretty amazing. Lives up to the hype.
Good. What?
Can't really go wrong with Grand Theft Auto, can you?
Well, you can't. Is there anything that you particularly enjoyed on it?
Dogs.
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 Oh shit, Chop! It's a dude.
That's what I've got when I've searched Goddess, by the way, guys.
They've got a black screen.
Oh well, that's not bad. Yeah, it was a way for search, wasn't it?
It looks good.
Parental guidance recommended for this video podcast.
Say that after the boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty good. It's lived up to the hype so far. Saying probably about 15-16 hours in.
Yeah.
Which I think is just under halfway, storyline wise. So now I've got a decent slog left, but I'm enjoying it.
Good.
A few niggling thoughts about it, but other than that, I'm enjoying it.
Oh,
It's not being racist there, Dave, just to specify. Niggling is not racist, alright? I know what you like.
Fuck you.
So, Dave, what have you been playing this week?
I have been
Apart from with
playing.
yourself.
Well,
Hey!
have we quite finished with the sounds there? Yeah, I have been playing GTA 5, obviously.
Obviously.
Also been playing a bit of Diablo 3 on the old console, and that's about it for this week. I've mainly been playing GTA. I'm absolutely addicted. And Liam is absolutely right when he says it lives up to the hype.
Are you actually getting your GTA? Did you actually buy GTA? Or did you have to go like to a dealer and get your GTA on?
I had to go to the dealer, you know, sneaky little whisper. Psst, got any GTA, mate?
GTA.
You got any like GTA, mate?
Check out our first episode. It's all on there. Got any GTA?
But no, yeah, definitely
Dead,
lives
mate.
up to the hype.
Hey, London!
Definitely lives up to the hype. It's easily one of my games, if not the game of the year. It's just it blew my mind.
It's up there so far. Like I say, I'm only halfway through, so
Yeah, I'm about the same
obviously it's got to
position.
compete with
Yeah,
Bioshock Infinite.
yeah.
Yeah, Bioshock Infinite
Yeah.
was amazing.
Last
I am
season.
actually
I don't-
So
So
yeah.
it can compete with that ending.
story-wise, I'm about at the same point as Liam is. About sort of 16 to 18 hours in. I'm just doing a lot more of the secret stuff that's coming up. So they may have done slightly more of the story than I have, but no, like I say, really enjoying it. It's absolute quality. So.
Have you done a lot of the Strangers and Freaks stuff then? Because
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah,
really
I've done quite a
touched
bit of that.
on any of that. I've done the paparazzi one, and
Yeah, with what's his name, Beverly.
Yeah, there's a couple more of those that I've
another
done.
one. I ain't really dug deep into that sort of shit.
No, I've skimmed the surface of it. Like I say, I've got
There's some
a few
really
on the
strange
go,
ones.
but I'm just not.
There's some really, really strange ones, like just
Yeah.
weird things happen.
'Cause
I've done quite a few of the ones where there's like a robbery or something. Have you seen
Yeah.
those?
I've done a couple of them little random events where someone's like screamed out for help. There was this woman ran in front of my car, and I slammed the brakes on, and she was screaming, saying that someone had nicked a purse or something. And I ran down this alleyway, and there was like 4 gangsters just waiting for me.
Yeah. I've
So-
done that one, yeah.
Yeah, I just shot them,
Yeah.
and then fucking police
What
came
I-
after me.
What I tend to do when those kind of events come up is just drive after them and run them over.
See, I did the same one.
easiest
It
way.
was like in someone's back garden. And I called them all, and then I think I was playing as Michael, and he was like, "This is why you don't fuck around with people." So I beat the shit out of it.
I've been enjoying just walking about and just like pressing right on my D-pad and just speaking to random people, because like
Yeah, I do that quite a
you can
lot.
have quite a lot of back chat with just some of the random people. It's quite funny doing stuff like that. But you said
Can
you've
you
been
give options as to what you say to them, like if you're nice or if you're a CUNT?
No, it's like sort of random, really.
It's all it seems sort of predetermined when you have these kind of conversations to some degree.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Mm.
But it's quite. I'm assuming there's say like maybe 50 different things that people say to you,
You
in
can
the
say,
game,
yeah.
and then you have a response to each one of them. So, but yeah, I've just been like messing about, to be honest with you, like yesterday and a little bit today.
I definitely think the thing is we've barely scratched the surface
Yeah, well,
of
there's a
what's
lot of
possible.
content.
That's the thing that blows my mind the most, the fact that I've put in around 16 to 18 hours and that's barely scratching the surface. There's so much to do on that game, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
I think
incredible.
one of my favourite things is the character switching, because I found quite a lot of good stuff happens if you play as one character for a while and you switch to another one. You'll quite often find them quite a funny situation, especially with Trevor.
Yeah.
So 2 or 3 times I've...
Oh, and to that effect, we mentioned in the GTA sort of GTA 5 predictions video that we did, where we were talking about how when you get the characters that you're not playing as. You kind of keep switching with them while they're sort of in the company of each other. They do sort of carry on with their lives, which is absolutely incredible.
Go on,
I did
Luke.
check it does work.
What was you saying?
Anyway, yeah. So with Trevor, there's been 2 or 3 times. I think there was one just after I'd got him and got back to the other people, and I switched back to him, and he was like right at the top of a mountain, just smashed out of his head.
Yeah.
Sat down with like a bottle of Jack Daniels, just wrecked. And then this afternoon when I was doing it, I think I did a mission as Franklin and switched back to him.
Yeah.
And Trevor was just like naked apart from his underpants, laid on the side of a bridge. Just laid there.
I think
Also
my favourite mission so far, and this isn't really a spoiler, because it's not part of the main storyline, but Michael's sort of, just going about his life, and he comes across a guy who's protesting about the, obviously wanting the marijuana to be legalised, and he advises Michael to smoke something that he's grown himself, and he gets stoned completely off his tits, and all of a sudden a bunch of aliens start chasing him. You got to take the aliens down. I was laughing for about 10 minutes.
See, I ain't had that encounter yet.
It's amazing.
That's quite. There's one with Trevor as well. We meet the same guy.
A close encounter. I've got a question for Liam. How's the dogs?
How's the what?
How's the dogs? Have you seen
good?
them?
Yeah. You're going to eventually get to a certain point where you have a dog, and you can sort of train it. You're supposed to do it through like an iPhone app, but I've not really played about with that. But you can get the dog out, and you take it for a walk, and you can play catch with it and stuff. Like you actually get like a ball as like an equipable, say a weapon, but you can throw it like you would like a grenade, and the dog will chase after it, come back to you. Or you can make it look for hidden items and stuff.
You make it fuck other dogs.
No, it just does that
dog.
of its own volition.
I don't know how far you've got, but with Franklin, on my save at the minute, he's just got a new house up in Vinewood.
Yeah.
And I'd done some missions, and then I'd done some missions with Michael and Trevor, and then I couldn't play as them anymore because they had to lay low for a bit. So I switched back to Franklin, and he was just like out walking his dog like up like in this park near Vinewood, and that was quite fun. That like the little scenario of them two walking back to the house. But then like the dog ran off, and then there was another guy walking a dog, and I thought, oh, that'd been real funny if like something had happened between like our dogs, but no happened.
There was no romance on the cards.
There was no romance on the cards. I walked up to the guy and pressed right button, and I think he said Franklin called him a freak or something, and then he ran off screaming.
I think story-wise, something that happens pretty early on. So, when you go in as Michael and you go into the house and you find he's cheating. You find that your wife's cheating on you with the tennis coach, and you pull that guy's house down. That is the most banterous thing. It's amazing.
That mission.
Yeah.
We'll try not to talk too much about missions. I don't want to spoil too much for people.
Minor spoiler alert.
So what was your little niggly bits, Liam, that you said?
The main one is I don't really enjoy the character of Flankin that much. I think he's a bit quite two-dimensional. Like I couldn't care less about him. Like he wants to get out of the hood or whatever, but other than him having problems with his aunt, I'm like, I don't really want to be bothered. Obviously, Michael's got his family hates him, whatever. Trevor's a psychopath that thought his best friend was dead for 10 years.
Yeah,
Suddenly he's back.
He's
Franklin's
definitely the
just
weakest of the three.
He's not very developed at all, is he, as a character, and he's not got...
Other than his relationship with Michael, there's not much there. I mean, I don't dislike him particularly, I'm a bit like...
It's one of those things...
tacked on, doesn't it? I feel the character feels tacked on, like, as... I think when they was making this game, they thought, we're setting it back in San Andreas, we need another CJ in this game. But then it feels like the writers wrote this part for Michael and Trevor and built this story, but then they still wanted to bring in this
wedged in between,
like CJ guy, and it just it does feel a bit poor.
One thing I would say to that is we don't know what's going to happen as the story progresses. There could be something that develops him a little further, but he definitely does feel the weakest of the 3 characters.
Yeah, well,
I do agree.
Like I say, my Fox Sam, I must have played about him for 6 hours or so, and other than him, he's got a mate called Lamar. That's about it.
Yeah, well, I think I got to a point in the game where it said that I had to play some missions as Franklin because I couldn't go any further. So I had to, I've got a load of missions on Franklin, so I've just had to go back to him now and play them because I can't progress any further in my story. So, but yeah, I know what you mean there. And another little thing that's annoyed me about is like daft things in like the old GTA games that annoyed me. Like sometimes your character just won't do what you want him to do. Them things are still in the game. I can't think of an example now. But like the other day I was jumping on something and like it kept falling all the time, like off the edge.
It can be a little bit clumsy if you.
Yeah.
I think if you try to be too quick with it, but it's not as bad as what number 4 was, because that was awful.
And another thing that annoys me is like if you try to throw a grenade or something, like there's a mission where you've got to throw some gas into some vents on a roof.
Yeah.
And you can't judge your aim on your throw.
You can't.
No.
Like,
No,
it took me
definitely.
ages. It feels
curve,
real
like-
dated. Like that part of it feels real dated. And sometimes
My
the
issue
cover
with
can
that
be too
mission-
sticky as well, I thought.
My issue with that mission was basically finding where it was that I needed to go. Like, there was a bunch of things that could have been ventilation shafts that weren't. I ended up spending a lot longer on that mission because it wasn't immediately clear what my objective was. I don't know if you felt the same. Probably not, but that's how I felt about it.
There's little bits like that.
Also, I must say it does frame drop in quite a few places, especially on the submarine bit where you're taking that submarine as Trevor. That drops frames like crazy, and it just takes away from the immersion. But other than that, I haven't really got any problems.
Sweet. So
No.
we'll move on.
We'll move on.
Yeah, we've got. Should we go for a bit of news? We could do with like a little.
You got any news? So let's just get this going to the news. We've got nothing.
We ain't got no.
All right, well
news,
let's start with something that's a little bit close to home. Obviously, because we like to do gaming footage, gaming videos, and it's Sony who have come out and said that you will be able to record PlayStation 4 footage via the HDMI output on the PlayStation, but not from launch for some reason. They're saying that it's going to be a feature that will come in the future, and they'll update when it's ready. Which doesn't make sense to me, because all we have to do is remove one thing to make it work.
I assume it's all about the shared center stuff about
Yeah, I assume it's like that.
uploading videos of yourself playing and stuff like that. You'd be trying to get people to use that to justify it, as opposed to capturing it, put it on an hard drive, and then uploading yourself.
The trouble is with that feature is it's fairly limited as to what you can actually do with it. Like, there's only a certain amount of footage you can capture, and it will, once you've then captured another set of footage, it will remove what you did previously. So it's a lot more temporary than having a permanent capture via HDMI. I just think it's a fairly poor move from Sony, personally, considering that feature is going to be on the Xbox One at launch. I think they're doing themselves a little bit of, well, not much damage, because people who want a PlayStation 4 will still buy a PlayStation 4.
Yeah,
but
I don't think it'll damage anyone really.
But
No,
for the people that want to
yeah.
be able to, get this footage out on YouTube, that's going to definitely cause a problem. So
Cool.
that's how I feel about that.
So should we talk about Nintendo then? Because they've had a loss.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes. Hiroshi Yamauchi, the ex-president of Nintendo, has passed away sadly today. I think he was 85 years old.
Yeah, he had a good run.
Yeah,
fair.
had a good run. Absolute legend, and obviously rest in peace from all of us at
good
PIXELbros.
I was reading a bit on this today, not a lot, But apparently Nintendo started off as like a trading card game.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know
Anafada
that.
cards. They used to make Anafada cards in Japan, which is a fairly popular Japanese card game. And they didn't really get into making sort of electronic games until they made this sort of love tester thing for the Japanese market. That was sort of like the first sort of electronic toy, if you will. And then obviously they went and started off with Pong machines, and in Japan, and went on to make the Game and Watch, and the rest is history.
And this chap spearheaded all the electronic gaming.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what. Because obviously he wouldn't have been involved with the. May or may not have been involved with some of that stuff, but obviously massive loss.
Was he still? I don't think.
huge
Was he still
legend.
actually at Nintendo, or was he just?
I
No, I
think
don't
he's
think
still
so.
a
Yeah,
shareholder, but not sort of on a full-time basis. But has
Yeah.
obviously done a lot for the company. Obviously, being sort of the force behind the NES. Which is obviously one of the most, if not the most, iconic console sort of ever, really. So
Well, yeah.
obviously a huge loss.
Yeah, that loss for the gaming community. Life goes on. I'm sure another
Indeed.
great will appear eventually.
Yeah.
Indeed.
In other news, GTA became the fastest selling UK game ever, and it took 800
Ever?
million worldwide. 800 million.
Silly numbers, absolute
I
silly
was like,
numbers.
This is
GTA
what
the other day.
2 days after it's released.
I know.
Apparently, it's British made, isn't it? I didn't realise that.
Yeah, it's invented
Yeah,
in
Scotland.
Scotland. DMA
Yeah.
design.
When
DMA
the
design who made it.
original one was thought of, and it's
Mhm.
it's HQ'd in Edinburgh apparently.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed by that because I actually thought it was an American game.
It's British,
Yeah.
mate. DMA
I'll let
design.
Another news, talking of PS4, apparently it's facing 4 months of shortages in the UK.
So good luck if you want one
Yeah.
and you haven't pre-ordered.
I
So
don't know.
that's going to be fun.
I don't know
That's
about
a
one.
tactic to get people to go buy them because what if I don't get one straight away? If I don't pre-order one, then
A lot of it's to do with sort of how quick they come off conveyor belts, because they only have so many machines up and running that can make these machines, and then like they face a problem that if they put on like another production line to make another million PS4s, like how quick will these PS4 sell? Like, will they be at a loss? Do you know what I mean? They don't. It's real difficult.
And then what
to judge that.
you've got to remember as well is that manufacturing of electronic equipment, not let's talking in sort of terms of CPUs and memory and stuff like that. Not every one product is made exactly the same. It's all sorts to do with sort of the fabrication of it and stuff like that. But you might have one chip that comes off absolutely fine. You'll get another one that's made in exactly the same way and it doesn't work. So they have to throw that one away. So that probably contributes to the shortage as well.
Yeah.
In some respect. It's a shame that we live in the 21st century and nobody's really found a reasonable way around it as yet, especially considering there's going to be a lot of people wanting to get hold of PS4s.
people want to get all the amount.
But at the end of the day, you know, if people can't get hold of PlayStations, they're either going to wait or they're going to just pick up an Xbox One. So,
Oh, hey, ma'am.
I've already got older there.
just you know, try and talk serious, and you get these clowns.
Speaking of clowns, have you ever heard about that clown that's wandering around Northampton?
Oh yeah. Oh.
Imagine just looking out your window and seeing that. I'll shit myself, something rotten. I would, yeah. That would be terrible.
It looks
Staring out your
proper
window,
scary,
yeah.
that guy. Looks so
Yeah, it's
scary.
like, with some like balloons and shit, it's really scary. I mean, I don't like clowns. Never have liked clowns. So.
Trying to lighten the mood up a little bit with a little bit of nice news for fans of retro games. James Pond,
Hey!
codenamed
Hey.
RoboCod, there's a remake announced for multiple platforms. I think
Amazing.
I think
yeah,
it's
I think it's Kickstarter going. Yeah. It's saying that that's going to be for PC, iOS, Android, PlayStation Vita, Nintendo 3DS, Xbox 360, PS3, and Wii U. And apparently,
Seems a bit ambitious, doesn't it?
I know. Well, apparently there's going
Something
to
that's
be
got a Kickstarter.
PS4 and Xbox One versions as well. So I suppose it'll be to do with stretch goals and stuff like that, won't it? But it would be nice to see another James Pond game come out. 'Cause I did love them games.
The HD remake things taking a big hold on the industry at the moment. It seems to be happening at least one every week. There's another one that came to my attention today, Mutant League Football. If you ever played that. No.
I played good games.
Mutant League Football was a good game. It's an American football game in which you are playing as monsters, and it's pretty violent. And yeah,
sounds like a shit
games. So I want to play GTA 1, was it? It's not too violent.
I know, yeah. There he is playing.
This is the ridiculous thing, right? I think I discussed this back on the original podcast. GTA was the only game I was ever banned from playing, so I was okay to play Doom. Doom was absolutely fine, and Mutant League Football was absolutely fine. But GTA was different for some reason. So
it's just because GTA was good, and your parents didn't like to play. Like, they only like to play in shit games. Although Doom was pretty good, so I shouldn't really.
Doom was amazing.
So yeah, we've got.
I actually had another thing to mention.
Yeah.
There's actually been some footage released today, hasn't there? From I think it was it the Tokyo Game Show?
Yeah, it's Tokyo Game
Hideo
Show.
Kojima showing off some new footage of the new Metal Gear, giving like a bit of a talk through for it.
That's crazy. I think it's a 12-minute video in it, I think.
Yeah, well, roughly just over 12, but it shows off a couple of new features and stuff like that. I think, from watching the video, it does look like it's the Xbox version. Just looking at what the key like buttons that come up.
Yeah.
It looks quite good. There's a couple of new features, like you can pick up bodies and stuff now. So there's like you can put them sort of over your shoulders to dispose of bodies.
Yeah.
But you can still shoot while you're doing that. I think there's a bit of a new cover system as well. I think it looks similar to like the Gears one.
Oh,
so
right.
you sort of tap to stick to it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It looks quite cool.
Does it seem as though, in your opinion, I mean, this might be complete sort of rubbish, but it definitely sort of looks like, obviously they're sticking to the stealth side of things, but they're definitely trying to stick some more kind of action into the game. They're definitely trying to make it...
Stuck some action into your mum.
Well, the footage is actually, it's like a playthrough of that first footage they released of when Snake's sneaking into that military base for that very first teaser release. So it's somebody playing through that level. I haven't watched it with sound, so it does look like the point of the mission is to get somebody out of that area, because he extracts someone basically from a helicopter. But it's not, the whole level is him sneaking about. I think he gets rid of guards silently, and then shoots the shit out of them right then. So it looks.
You see, I can get behind that direction. I can get behind the direction they go in there.
It looks more like a Metal Gear than what Rising did.
That was definitely full on sort of action. Although I like those kind of games. That's just me, though, I suppose.
Well, I might put the link for the video in the comments below, so if people want to watch it, then there's a link for that below. I think we'll be wrapping this up soon, but I am going to try get the audio from this, so we can maybe put it up as an audio podcast on iTunes. I'm going to try to sort that out this week. Also, if anyone's got any questions that they want us to answer or anything, message us on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll read out your questions and answer them as we see fit. Has anyone got anything else before we wrap the show up?
I don't think so. Those were the ones that I mentioned were the news items that caught my eyes. Oh, Wind Waker HD. Got to mention that. Those reviews have been coming out because obviously the Wii U the download version's hitting tomorrow. and then obviously you can download that and play it 2 weeks ahead of actually getting the disc version. And it's generally been received pretty well.
Well,
so,
is that surprising anyone?
well, no, it's not
Well,
surprising
Came out 10 years
anybody,
ago.
but
Yeah.
it's surprising that a game that old still holds up, sort of in terms of
it's Zelda.
gameplay.
It's not surprising to anyone.
Mm.
If I remember rightly, Ocarina of Time still got like a 99 out of 100 on
Yeah.
Metacritic,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's what 15 years old.
Well, anyway, I'm just glad it was received well and that they didn't balls it up. So I'll be picking that one up, obviously,
Nice one.
and enjoying that.
Nice. One.
So
Right, everyone. Right. Are we all done then? We ain't got nothing else to put right with the world, have we?
No.
watch the new Crimson Dragon trailer. That's all I'm gonna say. Just
Done.
watch that trailer. It's gonna be amazing.
It won't be.
It is gonna be incredible.
It won't be.
Right,
These
then,
are the interesting conversations we have.
No, they're not.
Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been another episode of the PIXELbros Show. Remember that if you don't fuck off them sounds, you'll not get invited back. Remember, if you if you like our videos, remember to subscribe to our videos, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and check back next week for more videos. Alright then, guys, I'll see you later, everyone.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.